Good afternoon. I'm Captain Keith Suscaleba with the Hoover Police Department. We're here today to provide an update in the Carlee Russell investigation. Chief Nick Durzis will read a prepared statement that will provide an update in this case. After
Hey, everybody. This is Let Me See Your Transcript, your very favorite history teacher. Hey, Black Anonymous, how you doing? I just coming on here to give an update in the case, but I just start with some songs. How some of us felt, we were out here. Let's find Carlee. Let's find Carlee, and then it's like every song reminded us that she was missing, and then maybe we will play the fool because she wasn't missing. Uh, and so just coming in here with another update. But I'm going to start off with, I believe it was 3 days ago on the 20th. Was it 3 days ago? 4 days ago on the 24th. The Hoover Police Department came out and basically said and they read a prepared statement by her lawyer. Okay. So this is Carlee Russell's lawyer. I believe his name is Everett. I gotta get the correct name. And so the chief of police is going to read a statement by him. He read this statement a few days ago. Okay. So I want you to hear this statement that he's reading. Carlee was supposed to come in that day, but the lawyer called back and said,
thanks to everyone in the department and all of law enforcement. We told you the investigation was ongoing. We hope for Mr. Emery Anthony.
Yeah, his name is Emery Anthony. I'm sorry, I'm calling him by whole other name. This is Carlee Russell's lawyer, Emery Anthony from Atlanta. I believe he's from Atlanta, Georgia, I think. Okay. Hey, Kai and Kayla's mom. Okay.
Attorney for Carlee Russell. Mr. Anthony has scheduled a meeting for Attorney for Carlee Russell.
What's going on? I probably shouldn't move back anymore.
Good afternoon. I'm Captain Keith Suscaleba with the Hoover Police.
Okay, let's start there. Oh, come on now. Really? Really? Come on now. Don't do this to me. I've been looking for you wherever you are. We're going to just start there then. Would you? Seriously? Seriously. I got too many things open. And we're not close enough to the... Okay. Okay, y'all can't even see me. All right, see, I'm over here doing some stuff. And y'all can't even see what I'm talking about. Okay, so this was let's see what it says on here. The 24th. Okay, the 24th. All right. So this is Chief who I think it's still up there. Hoover Police Chief Durnan. Okay, he's gonna read Emery Anthony's statement. He represents Carlee Russell. Okay, and just in case you forgot, this is Carlee Russell's lawyer, and Carlee. Y'all remember this is Carlee. She was supposed to come in, but she did not. And so she actually sent this statement to the police department. Because remember, the last time they were trying to have another interview with her, and she was not being cooperative. And so here you go.
Again today, I want to thank the members of our department and all of law enforcement who played a role in the investigation of this case. Last Wednesday, July 19th, we held a press conference and provided you with the facts of the Carlee Russell disappearance. We told you the investigation was ongoing. We helped you determine where Carlee was during the 49 hours of her disappearance. Today, I've talked to and received a statement from Mr. Emery Anthony, attorney for Carlee Russell. Mr. Anthony has scheduled a meeting for Carlee to meet with investigators early this afternoon, but then I received an email stating that a statement was being provided by him on her behalf. Mr. Anthony asked that I read the statement in its entirety, which I will do now. My client has given me permission to make the following statement on her behalf. There was no kidnapping on Thursday, July 13th, 2023. My client did not see a baby on the side of the road. My client did not leave the Hoover area when she was identified as a missing person. My client did not have any help in this incident, but this was a single act done by herself. My client was not with anyone or any hotel with anyone from the time she was missing. My client apologizes for her actions to this community, the volunteers who were searching for her, to the Hoover Police Department and other agencies as well, as to her friends and family. We ask for your prayers for Carlee as she addresses her issues and attempts to move forward, understanding that she made a mistake in this matter. Carlee, again, ask for your forgiveness and prayers. We have a meeting scheduled with Mr. Anthony to further discuss this case. We're currently in discussions with the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office in Bessemer about possible criminal charges related to this case, and we will announce those charges when and if they are filed.
All right, with that,
Well, tonight, the attorney of
Okay, so that was on the 24th. That was a statement by Mr. Emery Anthony. And they did meet on the 25th with Mr. Anthony, I believe, and Miss no, it was just Mr. Anthony. And so some reporters were able to see him outside of the I think it was the district attorney of the police office. Okay, so I'm going to play that. Okay, so remember, this is by fair use. Okay.
Emery Anthony met with the Hoover Police Chief, Nick Durzis, about his client, Carlee Russell. This comes after a press conference on yesterday when Chief Durzis read a statement from her attorney, Anthony, stating that the 25-year-old nursing student was not abducted along the highway of I-459 in Hoover the night of July 13th, and she did not see a child walking along the interstate. Today, the meeting with the police department was short and a productive one.
It's a great meeting, a short meeting, just to try to identify some things about where we go from here, responsibilities that we need to take care of. But it was a great meeting, and I want to commend the Hoover Police Department and the Chief of Police for their action and how they have handled everything. So hopefully we can get to the end game, as they say, of this particular thing.
Now, Anthony says he always wants to make sure his client is taken care of as she is dealing with some issues. He also asked for prayers for them all, including the police department at this time. Stay with WDHN as we continue to follow this case on any new developments. Mike?
All right, Robert, thanks so much. Well, tonight, the attorney of
Good afternoon. Earlier
Why is she doing this? Hey everybody, I'm sorry, I was having a little bit of technical difficulty. Stop, boy. Just what I'm seeing here. Hey, welcome again, Black Anonymous, Kai and Kayla's mom, rocking with the Truth Rose with TYOCOV, Holly B. So good to see you. Shannon Lewis, so good to see you. Okay. Yeah, I have one heard you were saying that we are pushing that narrative. Okay, sure. Right now it's gonna make it. We're gonna have to work a little bit harder which is already hard right now. You know, when Black women go missing anyway. But in the meantime, while she was missing, other places were looking for Black women in their community. So there was a start. And the Hoover PD said in their last press conference, he said, because someone asked, like, hey, because of this case, are you going to work any less for when another Black woman is gone missing? He said, no, we are going to use the same resources and use the same everything we did in this case. We're going to do it in that case as well. So that is actually going to put, since he said that, the chief said that, people are going to remember that the next time a Black woman goes missing. Okay, they should believe it and hold him accountable if he doesn't. Hey. I don't know what they keep saying. It's her boyfriend. It's her. He was cheating on her. Then somebody said, "Oh, she flunked out of nursing school." And then someone said, "Oh, she got fired from her job." Well, she got fired after they found this was a hoax, not before. Somebody said, "Oh, she had an abortion." Maybe, you know, and then someone said, "Oh, she was sleeping with a 17-year-old, was having this baby." Hey, St. Hudson. Hey, Respective Angle. Yeah, that's what I said too. I have depression. I'm not out here faking my kidnapping. I'm not going to no places and shooting in the place either. I do think there are some people who do have a mental illness. There's different types of mental illnesses out there. We just can't say, oh, hey, Louis Franklin, so good you can be there. Hey, Tina. See, I don't know if we can say, oh, she's mentally ill. They need to evaluate her mentally and physically. Where were you after you got out your car on the middle of the highway? Do you got dissociative identity disorder? One of your personalities decided, oh, we gonna go missing today. Like, what is it? Okay, because your search history she got about the movie Taken, about Amber Alerts. Okay, you're going to Target getting cheeses and whatever else while you're missing. You pull over the side of the road. You're driving 6 football fields while you're describing to the operator, like, hey, I see a baby, a white baby on the side of the road with a diaper and a shirt on. And you talking real calm on that phone call, man. So, okay, now, was it one of the personalities? Because I don't know. Yeah. So, but that's me. That's me. That's why, you know, I put, you know, you can disagree with me. That's fine. That's why I'm always giving y'all the links to the videos. So, like, hey, you can go back behind me because, hey, maybe something I missed. Okay. Okay. So now we're gonna go and look at today's press conference. They did, like, I want to say 2 hours ago. 2 hours ago. This is they're basically saying that Carlee is going to be charged. Now, remember, the last one says it's up to the DA's department. Then you just saw her lawyer say, yeah, we're expecting her to be charged. And today, guess what? The Hoover PD said, yeah, she's being charged. I'm sorry I shouldn't laugh like that, but I'm just saying. So, and this also, I think this is my reason. I'm going to show y'all this. This is my thumbnail, in case you forgot. It says on the left-hand side, Carlee wrote, it said, on the right, it says, I believe my client will be charged, because he did say that. That's her in the middle. On the left-hand side, it says, Carlee Russell will be charged with 2 misdemeanors. She is. And then I say down here, they arrested 11-year-old white girl in Florida yesterday for faking a kidnapping. You're a poor role model. Because guess what and I'm going to talk about that young lady too, because guess what that little girl said? She said, I saw it on the internet, on social media. It was a challenge. Faking a kidnapping is a challenge out here. And guess what happened to her yesterday? The same day that she did the fake, she said her friend was kidnapped and that she was following along behind the van, that the man who had a gun on her friend and put it in the car, that I guess she was on her bike or something. She was following them. And she's calling the police. Guess what they found that little girl at? At the dinner table with her family with the phone in her hand. And guess what they did? They arrested her ass that day. And she was crying. And let's go to the Juvenile Detention Center. Shout out to Cinema Shogun, because that's who I first saw it on. And he was trying to say, well, how come they arrested this little girl? Because obviously what she did was wrong. And how come they haven't arrested Carlee Russell? Well, today she's getting arrested. Okay, she getting charged. And I think a lot of times the little girl got arrested yesterday because she said the kidnapper had a gun. That's you're involving it's getting federal now. You said a gun. I saw my friend, whose name is me, a child, getting kidnapped with a gun. It wasn't just, oh, I'm kidnapped. You said another person got kidnapped. Okay. You know what else I saw, y'all? I didn't see when the little girl, I'll show y'all the clip. When the little girl was getting arrested, I didn't see her mom and daddy. I said, what are mom and daddy? They not outside with her? Or maybe they were like, hey, take her down there. She's up here lying. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they could go get them a lawyer, prepare them a statement. You know, but they was actually sitting at the dinner table. She's at the phone. She's at the dinner table texting and calling saying, oh, they're over here. And so, you know, just like the people on January 6th, the law enforcement can ping your phone and see where it's coming from. And by the way, they know that Alabama is right next to Florida. They getting the same news that we getting over here in Texas. Yes, they have to take every call seriously, but they also got to flag somebody or supervise someone when they say, this don't sound right. This don't sound right. So let me be quiet and we can talk. Hear what the chief gonna say today.
Today, Hoover police detectives obtained warrants for the arrest of Carlee Russell through the Hoover Municipal Court for her actions related to faking her kidnapping and subsequently making false statements to detectives as they investigated this case. Her decisions that night created panic and alarm for the citizens of our city and even across the nation as the concern grew that a kidnapper was on the loose using a small child as bait. Numerous law enforcement agencies, both local and federal, began working tirelessly not only to bring Carlee home to her family, a located kidnapper that we know now never existed. Many private citizens volunteered their time and energy into looking for a potential kidnapping victim that we know now was never in any danger. This story opened wounds for families whose loved ones really were victims of kidnappings, some of which even helped organize searches in hopes they could find Carlee's alive so that her family would not experience the pain and suffering that they felt when their loved ones never returned home. As we know, actions can have consequences, and that's why we're here today. This afternoon, Carlee Russell, with the assistance of her attorney, turned herself into the Hoover City Jail, where she was arrested for the following charges: false reporting to law enforcement authorities, Class A misdemeanor, $1,000 bond; falsely reporting an incident, a Class A misdemeanor with a $1,000 bond; Each of these charges carry up to a year in jail and potential fine of $6,000 upon conviction. Ms. Russell was released from jail after posting bond. We initially presented this case to District Attorney Lanice Washington, who agreed to handle prosecution through district court.
Sorry, y'all. I was having technical difficulties. Hey, Trevor. Hey, Tina. Yeah, so I'm gonna go back. I don't know if I need to update my computer. So, according to the chief, she was arrested today, arrest warrant, and she bonded out, and she's charged with filing a false police report and lying to the police. Right? Let me go back. Each $1,000 fine. If she's convicted, $6,000. Each carries up to a year in jail, and I think she's wasn't Jussie. I think he was his sentencing was what, 2 years or 52? What did they say? I forget how many months. And then he was only there 6 days, and his lawyer got him out on the. I didn't find out about update on their case. Because we still haven't heard really too much from him. I guess they told him to go sit his ass down. Okay, sorry, y'all. But she might probably get the same sentence too. We got a whole fucking community out here, federal and state and local, looking for you. You gonna come back and walk to your mama and daddy house. It's like, here I am.
Of $6,000 upon conviction.
Why is my thing keep doing this?
Good afternoon.
Okay, I gotta figure out why I keep.
Today, Hoover police detectives obtained warrants for the arrest of Carlee Russell through the Hoover Municipal Court for her actions related to faking her kidnapping and subsequently making false statements to detectives as they investigated this case. Her decisions that night created panic and alarm for the citizens of our city and even across the nation as the concern grew that a kidnapper was on the loose using a small child as bait. Numerous law enforcement agencies, both local and federal, began working tirelessly not only to bring Carlee home to her family, a located kidnapper that we know now never existed. Many private citizens volunteered their time and energy into looking for a potential kidnapping victim that we know now was never in any danger. This story opened wounds for families whose loved ones really were victims of kidnappings, some of which even helped organize searches in hopes they could find Carlee's alive so that her family would not experience the pain and suffering that they felt when their loved ones never returned home. As we know, actions can have consequences, and that's why we're here today. This afternoon, Carlee Russell, with the assistance of her attorney, turned herself into the Hoover City Jail, where she was arrested for the following charges: false reporting to law enforcement authorities, Class A misdemeanor, $1,000 bond; falsely reporting an incident, a Class A misdemeanor with a $1,000 bond. Each of these charges carry up to a year in jail and potential fine of $6,000 upon conviction. Ms. Russell was released from jail after posting bond. We initially presented this case to District Attorney Lanice Washington, who agreed to handle prosecution through district court. After consulting with the Circuit Court of Jefferson County Bessemer Division, the case was referred back to municipal court for charging because the only applicable charges were misdemeanors. Judging from the amount of phone calls and emails that we've received from people.
Okay, did y'all hear that last part? They said Lanice Washington. district court, the circuit court referred it, I guess, no, they said they referred it up to Jefferson County in Bessemer, and then they sent it back to the municipal court, and they said, well, the only thing we can charge her with is a misdemeanor. So I'm thinking they were looking at felony charges on her. I think they were looking at federal charges on. I mean, not federal, felony. Hey, what's going on? Why does be looking like he's been crying? At least I got some country raised names in the bottom. Girl, let's worry about Carlee because somebody might have Carlee's name in the back. Are you watching two screens? I be doing that too. I be having three. Sometimes I have three screens. I have my laptop, my iPad, and my phone, or I have my TV, my iPad, and my phone. So, but let's get back here.
All over the country. I know many are shocked and appalled that Ms. Russell is only being charged with 2 misdemeanors, despite all the panic and disruption her actions caused. Let me assure you, I too share the same frustration, but existing laws only allow the charges that were filed to be filed. I can tell you that I will be contacting our state legislatures on behalf of law enforcement in Montgomery and asking them to look at this law applied to these facts and urge them to add an enhancement to current legislation when somebody falsely reports kidnapping or another violent crime. Because of the attention this case has garnered, we've requested Attorney General Steve Marshall's office adopt this case, and they've agreed to do so. The Hoover Police Department wants to thank everyone that assisted us from the beginning.
Wait a minute. Did he just say they asked the state attorney general to take over the case? Ma'am. You don't have a man come down from Montgomery, the state capital, to try you in this case? Oh, they gonna make an example out of you. They're like, oh, you want to be like Justice Smollett? Okay, let's do this then. Lord have mercy, man. They're gonna call it the Carlee Russell Act. Jesse, if you're listening, can you send one of your lawyers down there to help Mr. Emery Anthony with Carlee case? Because she's gonna need some help. Because I'm sorry, this is what I think. I know it ain't right, but she better get the same fucking time that he did. That's all I gotta say. Oh, that sounds good, Tina. Okay, I don't want her to get the same time he did because he had money, so that's how he had them people fighting for him for that little bit of time. I think they gave him, was it 6 months they were giving him or 52 something, and then he only served 6 days and got out. I'm sorry. I think, Lord. I'm gonna need her to do at least a year. Maybe she do 2 years to get out and 1 for good behavior or something like that. Maybe they can get less time on the appeal, but yeah. Okay, the state attorney general is coming for that.
And continues to assist us in this case as we work its way through the criminal justice system. Joining me at the podium today is State of Alabama Attorney General Steve Marshall.
Thank you, Chief. Let me begin by commending Hoover Police Department Chief Durgis for his leadership in this investigation. Obviously, this captured many's attention as a result of not only the allegations themselves, but also the concern about a possible victim in being able to return her home. The work that was done by the Hoover Police Department was monumental in its lift, and the results of that work you are seeing come to fruition today with the charges that have been levied. Also want to commend the many other men and women of both state and federal law enforcement for their work collaboratively with the Hoover Police Department in assisting in this investigation. Chief, appreciate the opportunity to be able to partner with you in this prosecution. We will dedicate a team to be able to help the city of Hoover in handling these two individual charges, and look forward to bringing this case to fruition. One thing I would add is that we don't see this as a victimless crime. There are significant hours spent, resources expended as a result of this investigation. And not only that, but the many men and women who are civilians that wore those yellow vests on a hot afternoon and evening looking for someone they thought was abducted, trying to be of assistance. We intend to fully prosecute this case and look forward to working with the Hoover Police Department moving forward. We also would tell you that we will continue to monitor this investigation to determine whether or not there are any additional charges that need to be brought, and we'll evaluate those as the facts are presented.
All right, at this time, we'll open the floor to questions. If you'll please raise your hand and identify yourself and your affiliation when I call on you.
Okay, y'all. So let me put this video into the chat. Matter of fact, the last 4 videos. Okay. There also will be in the description. So what I want to say is, yes, we can say, okay, she has mental illness. Like I said, there are different types of mental illness. Not every mental illness is sending someone out here to either shoot up a place, stab some people, or, fake their own kidnapping. We should take mental illness. I think we do take, as a community, we do take a mental illness serious, very serious now. At least we're trying to. But we just can't say, that is somehow, that's the answer. We just need to feel. So are we feeling sorry for her? Because I still don't know. They say it's the boyfriend. They say it's nursery school. They say, it's pressure from her mom and her dad. I just don't know. We still ain't heard from Carlee Ash. We just get a statement from her lawyer. Did we just hear the charges, man? And before that, we just heard the Hoover Police Department saying, well, this is what we were doing in our investigation. We still don't know what she did in the 49 hours. Where did you go? You went at the Red Roof Inn? So where were you? You was, what were you doing? Why did you have $170 in your sock? Right. Hey, Betty Gillick. Hey, V Harjet. Come on. Okay, let me put in the other video. Okay, this is her. Okay. She says no. Okay. Abduction. Hey, Charita. I do want to have sympathy for her, but at the same time, we just want to say, okay, well, she's mentally ill. What, she just goes to the mental hospital. She don't get no jail time. So I'm just let me sorry, I'm putting charged. I mean, because I tell you another case. What's the boy? The guy is gone from the parents. They're speaking. His sentencing is going on right now, and he's, I think, up for is it the death penalty or is it life? And guess what people were saying about him? Oh, he's mentally ill. Okay, okay. He brought a gun to school. His parents, didn't take it away from him, left him at the fucking school. He went back to class, took out the gun, and started shooting everybody. Timothy Simpkins, near Dallas, he was trying to be a goddamn drug dealer. Some dudes or whatever jumped him or fought him. He took out his gun and started shooting back because he can't fight. He was over there flexing. He in the suburb trying to be a thug and a gangster. He shot 2 people. No one died, but yes, he did cause, people to panic and flee. That teacher can't teach anymore because they still got the bullet in their body. Guess what happened to him? 2 days of sentencing, 12 years. He was convicted of attempted murder. Okay? You know what they tried in his case? Oh, he was being bullied. And people believe it. He was bullied. He was bullied. Then it came out, no, your ass wasn't bullied. You was out here selling drugs, trying to be a thug. You got beat up one day. Then you in class, someone else is coming in there, they beat up you again. You got a gun for protection. Okay. So I mean, oh Lord. Let me do this last one. And this is today. In fact, I need to go double check on that case. See if they made a decision on his what's that boy name? I know it's mom and daddy. I think his mom and daddy plead guilty. I gotta go check. Here it says. To misdemeanors. Please hit the like button as you come on in. You will see the other videos that I am putting in the chat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I put 4 in here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. You will see them in my description as well. How much was the payoff? Exactly, St. Hunt. So they got hospitals in jail. They got mental health ward. What we telling people that they talking about trying to get jail out of jail? I'm like, we ain't got mental health facility in the jail and stuff. So hey, Sharita. Okay, I do have empathy for anyone who suffers from mental illness, but it should not be used as an excuse. Thank you. I agree. For the crime she has committed, she needs to be held accountable. Exactly. She needs to be held accountable. Okay. So now I'm gonna go and grab this other video. Shout out to Cinema Shogun because he actually reported on this yesterday. Well, he's one of the first people to report on this, and he's one of the him and Down the Rabbit Hole and Ikmel. I think allegedly with Brittany J. I've been following them for their true crime. Also, the Pascal Show. I've been following them for. I've been following them for a lot of true crime that's been going on. So let me go present. Because, like you said, will there be, and back when I said, I wonder if it's going to be other people who are going to follow in her footsteps. Well, guess what? Somebody has already done it. And this is the one we know about. This is not, there might be others out there we don't know about. All right, so this video is protected by Section 117 of the U.S. Copyright Act of 1976. Okay. Okay.
You can talk to your parents. We can open the window and let you talk to them. Nothing's going to happen to you. Do you understand that? Okay.
I'm telling you this right now. Now you're going to take this as a lesson at 11 years old that if you do something stupid in the future, you're going to enjoy those cuffs.
I'm not going to do this again.
You know, this is going to be an opportunity for you to turn this into a learning experience. This is not
What is going on? Why do we keep having these technical difficulties? Ugh.
something you're going to carry with you for the rest of your life, okay?
What's up, it's Cinema Shogun here, and I don't know what is going on right now, but I'm just going to label it the Carlee Russell effect. Because over the past week or so, I have seen at least a half a dozen stories about young women faking kidnappings. Young women just faking going missing and all of this stuff. And I don't know if they have been inspired by Carlee Russell in any way, or maybe just Carlee Russell's story is causing people to pay more attention to other fake kidnappings. I don't know exactly what's going on here. But in the past week, I've seen so many cases like this, and after doing some research, I see that hoaxes, like what Carlee Russell pulled, they're on the rise, okay? I guess because of social media, everyone wants that little bit of social media clout, even if you have to do something desperate and downright dirty to obtain it. People want that attention. But there's one story in particular that really sticks out to me. It's about an 11-year-old girl. An 11-year-old girl down in Florida faked the kidnapping. She claimed that her friend was abducted. And within hours, police figured out that this was fake. They showed up at her house, arrested her on the spot, and she's still sitting in jail right now as we speak. An 11-year-old child. Meanwhile, Carlee Russell is still out here walking around a free woman. She, at the time of this recording, things change fast. At the time of this recording, Carlee.
Okay. Hey, everybody, can you hear me? Okay. So this video came out yesterday. So yesterday, Carlee Wilson was not arrested at all. But even though today she was arrested, she is out on bond. But yesterday, that little girl had been arrested. I think she's in juvenile detention. And but yesterday, Carlee Wilson was not arrested yet. So I'm thinking once they find out about the little girl, people in their office were like, we need to get on it because look, Florida got an 11-year-old locked up for this. We just can't have the 25-year-old just walking around here, all these resources we have to do to get her, So speed it up.
Russell has yet to have been charged. We all know it's fake. Law enforcement knew it was fake. She has now admitted that it was fake. The search for Carlee Russell cost way more money than the search that was conducted for this hoax that this 11-year-old girl tried to pull off. But within hours, they showed up at the girl's doorstep. They arrested her. They're charging her. And they didn't come to play no games. So I'm trying to figure out what's the difference here. Why do we have an 11-year-old behind bars for faking a kidnapping while Carlee Russell is walking out here a free woman, and she faked the kidnapping as well as other things, stole from her job and stuff like that as well. But let's just go ahead and dive right into this story because it's kind of interesting. An 11-year-old girl was taken into custody and handcuffed.
Okay, can y'all hear me? I was looking for the article. Okay. So this one actually says, let me stop sharing that and let me share my screen. Welcome to those of you who are now, who just came into the room. I just got through sharing the press conference from the Hoover PD about 3-4 days ago that said there was they read a letter by Carlee Russell's lawyer that there was no kidnapping. Then I showed the video of her lawyer saying that she will be charged, and then I showed the video, the commentary to the video where it says the Hoover PD said today, about a few hours ago, that she was charged today with 2 misdemeanors and she was bonded out, and that she will be, going to trial, and the case will be tried by the state attorney general. So if you come in late, please check out the replay. Okay. So see, y'all can see this. Okay, let me move myself down. Okay, so y'all can see the page better. Okay. All right. So it says 11-year-old girl charged with felony for reporting friend missing in YouTube challenge prank. Who the YouTube challenge? I ain't gonna lie. I thought we were gonna say TikTok challenge. Because usually it's TikTok. Got these challenges, but not like this. This is okay. The child has been charged with a felony and a misdemeanor following the fake abduction report. Okay. The 11-year-old girl, and the reason why they haven't said her name, when you deal with minors, you don't release their name, at least yet. All right. So it says, is that big enough for y'all? I need to be bigger. Okay. Is that better? Okay. So it says, the 11-year-old girl from Port Orange, Florida, texted 911 about around 9:45 a.m. on Wednesday, and Fox reported that her 14-year-old friend had been kidnapped by an armed man who was driving a white van, according to the Volusia Sheriff's Office. You can text 911? Damn. Well, I guess if you was, let's say if you really was kidnapped and you needed to call 911, it would be good if you could text him and tell him who you was. There's some fast texters out there. Okay, but anyway. The young lady said she was following the van in a blue Jeep. Who blue Jeep? Debbie, did she say her mama and daddy was following them in the blue Jeep? For the subsequent hour and a half, the girl texted updates to 911, which included a description of the suspect and that he had a gun. Girl, that's why you got that felony. You were texting them for an hour and a half and said the man had a gun? Multiple deputies said they responded to the report to search for the suspect van, but to no avail. Ultimately, the officials tracked the girl's cell phone, which led to her home. Girl. And talked to the girl's father, who said she was inside with her family, the sheriff's office said. Girl. As the police approached her, she was holding her cell phone, which was ringing. The Volusia Sheriff's dispatcher on the other end of the call. The girl then told the police that she got the idea to prank 911 through a YouTube challenge and thought it would be funny. Girl, you in handcuffs now. Should we think that shit is funny? This is okay. Y'all know I be on YouTube, right? I don't. What part of YouTube was she finding the challenge at? What? Who? Somebody follow. Somebody need to look at her search history because I want to know. Somebody need to look at her YouTube search history. Okay. You got clock chasing the guy ass arrested. God, self-arrested. Wait, who's having the party? Carlee or this little girl? Yeah, the Timothy Simpkins boy, they gave him a party after he was bailed out. That didn't make him look good. Yeah. She said, Lord, let me see. It said, Sheriff Mike Chitwood didn't agree, saying this kind of prank is dangerous. We're going to investigate every incident, but today it was wasted valuable resources that might have helped someone else who legitimately needed our help. The girl was charged with making a false report. That's the same thing Carlee got concerning. I don't think Carlee said a gun. Concerning the use of a firearm in a violent manner, which is a felony. Or maybe that's why they're saying they need harder laws in Alabama. Because Florida made it a felony. And wait, did Carlee say the man had a gun? Who kidnapped her? Did he have a knife? She was also charged with misuse of 911, which is a misdemeanor. The sheriff's office said the poor orange girl was transported to the Family Resource Center for processing before being transferred to the Volusia Regional Juvenile Detention Center. Ain't that some stuff? In body cam footage released by the sheriff, a deputy is heard telling the girl who is handcuffed and whose face is blurred, "This is going to be an opportunity for you to turn this into a learning experience. This is not something you're going to carry with you for the rest of your life." Is that correct? This isn't the first time that reports of fake have circulated in recent weeks. The story of 25-year-old Carlee Russell made her, she was revenge for 49 years, but then reappeared claiming she had been kidnapped. Alabama police on Wednesday they pretty much knew Miss Russell was hoax since she returned home. Carlee. She said YouTube challenge. YouTube challenge? I be on YouTube. I ain't seen no challenge like that. I think because Carlee is in Alabama. And I think you wasn't here for the part. Let me see if I can go find it again. Because even the police chief has said, other people have been calling for her to get, more time than that. And he said, we're going to speak with okay, so let's go back to this. I'm gonna let you hear from him about why. Yeah, but I think it's also more. It's a different state. Also, and I don't know what the procedures are if, let's say, Carlee was 11 years old and she had did this in Alabama. I don't know if that girl's dad is gonna bail her out. or not, or can bail her out. Okay, so is this okay? So this is, I'm gonna let y'all hear what he says.
To faking her kidnapping and subsequently making false statements to detectives as they investigated this case. Her decisions that night created panic and alarm for the citizens of our city and even across the nation as the concern grew that a kidnapper was on the loose using a small child as bait. Numerous law enforcement agencies, both local and federal, began working tirelessly not only to bring Carlee home to her family, but locate a kidnapper that we know now never existed. Many private citizens volunteered their time and energy into looking for a potential kidnapping victim that we know now was never in any danger. This story opened wounds for families whose loved ones really were victims of kidnappings, some of which even helped organize searches in hopes they could find Carlee's alive so that her family would not experience the pain and suffering that they felt when their loved ones never returned home. As we know, actions can have consequences, and that's why we're here today. This afternoon, Carlee Russell, with the assistance of her attorney, turned herself into the Hoover City Jail, where she was arrested for the following charges: false reporting to law enforcement authorities, Class A misdemeanor, $1,000 bond; falsely reporting an incident, a Class A misdemeanor with a $1,000 bond. Each of these charges carry up to a year in jail and potential fine of $6,000 upon conviction. Ms. Russell was released from jail after posting bond. We initially presented this case to District Attorney Lanice Washington, who agreed to handle prosecution through district court. After consulting with the Circuit Court of Jefferson County Bessemer Division, the case was referred back to municipal court for charging because the only applicable charges were misdemeanors. Judging from the amount of phone calls and emails that we've received from people all over the country, I know many are shocked and appalled that Ms. Russell is only being charged with 2 misdemeanors, despite all the panic and disruption her actions caused. Let me assure you, I too share the same frustration, but existing laws only allow the charges that were filed to be filed. I can tell you that I will be contacting our state legislatures on behalf of law enforcement in Montgomery and asking them to look at this law applied to these facts and urge them to add an enhancement to current legislation when somebody falsely reports kidnapping or another violent crime. Because of the attention this case has garnered, we've requested Attorney General Steve Marshall's office adopt this case, and they've agreed to do so. The Hoover Police Department wants to thank everyone that assisted us from the beginning and continues to assist us in this case as we work its way through the criminal justice system. Joining me at the podium today is State of Alabama Attorney General Steve Marshall.
Thank you, Chief. Let me begin by commending Hoover Police Department Chief Durgis for his leadership in this investigation. Obviously, this captured many's attention as a result of not only the allegations themselves, but also the concern about a possible victim and being able to return her home. The work that was done by the Hoover Police Department was monumental in its lift, and the results of that work you are seeing come to fruition today with the charges that have been levied. Also want to commend the many other men and women of both state and federal law enforcement for their work collaboratively with the Hoover Police Department in assisting in this investigation. Chief, appreciate the opportunity to be able to partner with you in this prosecution. We will dedicate a team to be able to help the city of Hoover in handling these 2 individual charges and look forward to bringing this case to fruition. One thing I would add is that we don't see this as a victimless crime. There are significant hours spent, resources expended as a result of this investigation. And not only that, but the many men and women who are civilians that wore those yellow vests on a hot afternoon and evening looking for someone they thought was abducted, trying to be of assistance. We intend to fully prosecute this case and look forward to working with the Hoover Police Department moving forward. We also would tell you that we will continue to monitor this investigation to determine whether or not there are any additional charges that need to be brought, and we'll evaluate those as the facts are presented.
Okay. Thank you. All right, this time we'll
Okay. I hope that makes it clear. Okay. You're welcome, Sharita. This is the Hoover PD's, in case you want to look at their questioning. You can watch the rest of it with the question with two misdemeanors. So basically, it just goes down to the fact that Alabama and Florida both have a it's their state laws, basically, and the fact that Carlee, when she showed back up, I don't remember her saying a gun. So I think, and also like the chief of police said, like he thinks misdemeanor is not harsh enough. So that's why really he's asking he's like, we're going to consult with the legislators down in Montgomery, the capital of Alabama, because this needs to be harsher than this. So, I just need to do something. Where to go? Justice Smollett. What was he charged with? Okay. It says, what charges did Justice Smollett face at his trial? Because I think dang, it was just 2 years ago. Wow. All right. Let me present. Because he is from, he at the time he said it was Illinois. It was Illinois. Okay. Let's see. Okay. The jury and Justice found him guilty of 5 counts of disorderly conduct for staging a racist, homophobic attack against himself in Streeterville in 2019. Dang, it's been 4 years already. He faced 6 counts of felony disorderly conduct for lying to police about the attack and was found guilty on all of them but the 6th, which was to do with his changing his statement given to Detective Robert Graves on February 14, 2019, from a white attacker to pale skin. What? So what's that, 10 counts? So 5 counts of disorderly conduct and then 5 counts of shit. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm trying to think what was his were those felonies? Oh, felony disorderly conduct. They were felonies. And see, this is Illinois. And see, probably was his felony because he said it was a hate crime because he was black and because he's gay. So that made it harsher. He was found not guilty on the 6th charge of aggravated battery. Okay. He got 150 days in jail and 30 months probation. But then he was out in 6 days. One, because it was around Christmas time. So what's 150 days? 5 months? Yeah, 5 months. And 30 months probation. Is he still on probation then? What's 3? That's almost 3 years. So he went in there 2020. Oh, so he got probation this year? Mm-hmm. His constitutional rights were violated. Boy, you stop. The court made numerous errors. Okay, so like I said, and I think on something else he had said he was guilty about, and he had to pay back the money for the hours and stuff. That okay, this one's good because it says what the statute was. That's what I was looking for. Okay, why did you call it like that? Okay, all right. So it says what are the charges? That's what I was looking for. Okay, all right. It says the 39-year-old was charged under Illinois' disorderly conduct statute, and that is a felony. See, that's why she got. So basically, Florida and Illinois got a harsher punishment for making false reports to the police. Okay, he like 6 counts under the subsection of that law that prohibits false reports to the police. Some states don't categorize. Okay, listen what he says. Some states don't categorize false police reports as disorderly conduct. That's why he got the felonies. Because Illinois does. I want to do Texas do. The charges are 4 felonies, which are the least serious felonies in Illinois. But convictions can still carry potential prison time up to 3 years. Okay. So that's why the little girl got a felony and a misdemeanor in Florida, and then Carlee Russell got 2 misdemeanors in Alabama. You hear that, boy? Interesting. I'm gonna put this in there for y'all, in case y'all want to read more. Okay. Stop, boy. Don't you hitting each other against a while. Jesse Smollett was charged with 5 felonies. Okay, y'all. Someone is see that. So this is Let Me See a Transcript. Your very favorite history teacher. Thank you so much to everyone who's been in the chat. Thank you, Black Anonymous, Kai and Kayla's mom, Rockin' with the Truth, Holly B, Respective Angle, Tina, Lewis Franklin, Trevor, Tina, St. Hudson, Betty Yellick, V. Harjet, Sharita, okay, Shannon Lewis, and Jimmy Gonzalez, and anyone who's going to be watching this on the replay. Thank you so much for watching this. I still need to do an update on the lady, the Houston lady who's still in Dubai. I was looking it up and it was saying that that she may have been a victim of a very common scam in Dubai, where they like stage accidents and then your things were taken to like the rental place or hotel. I guess it could even be a hotel, and then when you try to get your stuff back, they like basically try to you have to pay them to get your things back. So, yeah. Also need to update you on the case with Private Travis King, who basically ran over to the North Korean side and is in their custody. His family really wants him back. But they're like looking at that, hey, he probably was trying to avoid charges once he returned back to the U.S. Because it seems like I read one account where they said he was in a South Korean prison for vandalizing a car, but then another account said that he was actually for assault. Oh, thank you so much, Tina. That's what I'm doing now. I've actually been under the weather, and so I've been drinking Canada Dry soup, got my Gatorade, got my water and stuff like that, and got my crackers. So yeah. So, but thanks for the reminder. We all need it. I do want to do a video about the Just Hilarious and the TikToker, responding to the TikTokers comments, because I've been doing a little bit of investigation, y'all. And I think there's been some conspiracy things going on, because I found out that the TikToker, her name is It's Blessing Rose. She is transgender and intersex. I can explain that in the video on why I explain that. And she made her original video 2 years ago. 2 years ago. She was doing a series of TikToks about periods. And so there were people in her comments in these videos, and in one of her presentations, she said, periods are caused by hormones. And so when transgender women who were born biologically male, they start taking estrogen, then their bodies start mimicking periods. So when they get cramps like around their stomach or whatever else, that is actually them, I guess technically, they're experiencing period pain, like a cisgender or a real woman who will get, their ovulations time of the month, and they're experiencing period pain too. And so there was a lady who was cisgender or real. I'm using both terms because some cisgender women are fine with cisgender and some don't like that word. So I'm just using real lady because I'm a teacher and I do stuff like that. Okay. So there was a lady in the comments who said to It's Blessing, wow, real women can't even have periods to ourselves. Like, saying like y'all just want to take everything we have, I guess. I don't know. And so It's Blessing was responding to that latest comment saying like, hey, why are you trying to gatekeep periods? Like, y'all the only ones who can have them. And that makes you a woman. Because some cisgender or real women say, hey, the reason what makes me a woman is, and that was her whole reason for breaking down the period and the period pain, because there were cisgender real women in the comments who were saying, oh, this is what makes us a woman, is because of the fact that, we can give birth, we have periods, we have, and so It's Blessing was showing the article like, hey, trans women get periods too. So if that makes, if having a period is a requirement to be a woman, guess what? We have periods too. And then that lady was like, dang, we can't have periods to ourselves. And then It's Blessing was like, y'all trying to be the gatekeepers of the periods and stuff. And then here comes Just Hilarious talking about who is going to, I'm sorry, who is going to defend us? And I'm thinking like, ma'am, that's why a lot of times I like to go back to the original source and look at what the context is, rather just going off of sound bites. And then when I found out that, because I kept looking at the video, and it looked like there was another TikToker, because on TikTok you can actually stitch or duet with someone. So it looked like another TikToker that put the little emblem on top of It's Blessing's video, and then posted that, and then that is what Just Hilarious responded to. She actually wasn't responding to Just Hilarious. She was responding to the other people who like reposted It's Blessing. So, but she was still responding to It's Blessing. So It's Blessing, like for the last week, actually has been dealing with more transphobic comments. I was over there. I actually put some comments over there myself, because the heterosexual cisgender real lady in the comments was just like, really? And then now It's Blessing dealing with other trans women who are like, hey, maybe this shouldn't have been your fight to do. And it was like, And she's like, hey, this video y'all responding to is 2 years old. And I started making those type of videos. And some conservative grabbed my video to make, I guess, like a political point, and not everybody's riled up. And that's why I believe sometimes when these videos and stuff get out, I always think that there's an agenda behind it. Because I'm thinking like, okay, why would you put this out? So I went to that it's called the Libs, LIBS of TikTok. So I went to their page because I was like, I'm going to say, you know, not to everyone's what they say for granted. I was like, okay, let me see if these people are actually, they said they were Republican or conservative. So I'm like, okay, they said Libs of TikTok. So I started going through all of their videos. And all of their videos are like these clips of, I guess, allegedly liberal people either doing things that either sound or look crazy, or that may cause controversy. And I was like, And then I found that they have a YouTube channel. And then I went to their YouTube channel, which is named differently. And then I looked at their YouTube channel, and then I looked at the description, and the description was basically, let me see if I can find it. That's why I'm like, I'm doing an investigation about people who are sharing videos and putting things out, because they are also trying to put forth the narrative too. See, I don't know if the person is white, black, or whatever, but they obviously have a very conservative agenda. And I guarantee you, not all dang it, where is it? I want to see the channel. Okay, now boys asleep at my feet. Y'all don't hear them snoring, do you? Okay, so let me go. Let me show you what. I can't find it, but their description was basically saying that their whole channel is devoted to basically showing liberals in a very bad light. And it was like they intentionally took a video from It's Blessings Rose's channel to put forth this narrative. And I kind of feel like, dang, did we just fall into a trap? Like, did everybody else, did they do what I did and went back and found the context of everything? Like, so I was like, okay, gotta put my teacher hat on and come back and do a follow-up video. So I will. So hopefully when I'm feeling better, because I also got to do, I got some papers too. Y'all pray for me. Okay, I'm going, y'all. I'll see y'all in someone's chat. If not, I'll see y'all in the comments. Thank you so much for listening and watching and being active and participating in my video today. Okay? All right. Bye-bye.